Welcome to another video on my channel. In this one, I will be showing you how to use Quizlet, which is an app for making flashcards, studying them, and really getting them in your brain. So let's begin. So first of all, Quizlet is completely free for any kind of studying or any amount of time that you wish to use it for. And of course, there is an upgrade option, but that's for additional features. Now over here, I log in to Quizlet.com, and the first thing I see is this really nice homepage, kind of nice layout, which shows my flashcards, the ones that I've created, and also some suggestions based on what I study. Over here on the top is my library of study sets, explanations, folders. So for example, folders like literature, history, ICT, commerce, economics, another country within history, etc. And you get the gist of it. Then there are classes. So classes can contain folders, and basically classes are for the purpose of inviting other people so that they can also study, like, you know, how students do in a class. So it is sort of self-explanatory. As you can see, this class has members in it. So moving on, let's look at study sets. So to explain study sets to you more clearly, let's look at one of my classes, which is the economics edX, IGCSE 921 class. And I have sorted it according to chapters. So each study set is related to one chapter. It lets you study one chapter. So this chapter over here is the first one, the economic problem. And here you are. These are flashcards. Flashcards are pretty simple. There's a question and there's an answer. So as you can see, the next one over here, resources are often referred to as factors of production, and so on. There are many flashcards in one study set. If you want to know in detail what flashcards are and why they're so useful, you can check out my other video, which is linked in the top right corner. Anyway, let's move on. So now that we're in a study set, let me show you the different ways you can actually study it. So first of all, there is the flashcards option, which basically just lets you learn as you would if you were learning from physical flashcards and pieces of paper. So there's a question and there's the answer, as I showed you before, except that you can just see your progress, and there are many options as well. So for example, let me show you some options. They include choosing to answer with either the term or the definition. I personally choose definition, and that is what I would recommend because you get the question and then the answer as seen over here. So yeah, this way of studying is quite good. As I mentioned, there's progress, but there is another way which I feel is better. Of course, there are ads on the side, and I did say it was free, yes, but of course there are these small things, and you need to upgrade if you want to get rid of ads and stuff. So let's just go back and let me show you the next way of studying, which is my preferred way, and that is the learn mode. So this is the learn mode, which is very good, and at the top you can see there is the term and below the list of options from which you can choose. This is of course a multiple choice question sort of way of studying, and of course later on there are other ways of studying in this mode, such as flashcards and written questions, which is why the learn mode is so good. It includes all of these together, and I'll just show you in a minute how you can enable in the options to include multiple choice questions and written questions, etc. So for now, as you can see, I'm done with studying some of the flashcards. That's why it gives me a small sort of break and then asks me whether I want to continue studying more flashcards or not. So over here, I'll just show you the options. You can choose whether you want an exact answer, if you want typo help, if you want to answer with the term or definition, and then below over here, as I was saying, the question types, flashcards, multiple choice questions, and written questions, and so on. Okay, so next we have the test mode, which is basically the way you get a test at school. So the same way, it's a sort of test of what you have learned so far. So I usually use the learn mode to study, and then the test mode to test myself at the end of the day or the week, etc., or when I actually have a test at school, or it can apply for any studying you're doing, university studying, etc. The next mode is the write one, and I don't find this one very useful. Of course, you can use it for subjects which require you to write a lot, and you might need practice on how to form sentences, etc. So you need to write your answer. But most of the times, you might write the correct thing but miss out a word or a letter or something and it says wrong answer when actually it's not. So that's one problem. Next, there is the spell mode, which tells you to like type what you hear as it says over there. This is good for when you're learning different languages or trying to improve on spellings, etc. in English. Not very good for other subjects. After this, there are some more ways of studying as well, which are games almost, because yeah, as you can see, they put it under the heading of play. This one is called match. It's easy to do, really. You just have to match the correct answer with the correct question, correct definition with the correct term. On the side, it records the amount of time you take to match them, and obviously it tries to urge you to improve and answer faster. And yeah, so this is how you play the game, as you can see me doing. The next one is called Gravity, and it's quite good too. The Gravity one is more like a game because there are asteroids which are coming to the planet, and you basically have to protect the planet, as it just said right there. I'm choosing the easy one. I know I still won't get this right because I sort of can't type too fast, especially when there's an asteroid coming towards me. But anyway, right now I just write I don't know. As you can see, nothing happens because it's the wrong answer. The asteroid comes, it hits our red planet, which is probably Mars, and yeah, it says you got the wrong answer. This is the correct one. Please write it down again. And it is good, it's fun, but I don't use it much. So moving on, those were all our ways of studying / playing, and if you just scroll down, you can see the terms in the set, basically the individual flashcards in the set, and you can even add or remove from here, or if you wish, you can go ahead and do it from above. Of course, yeah, you can star flashcards as well, as I just did right now. And yeah, so you can edit them from here with this little pen icon. And you can also add this thing, this what's it? Yeah, the study set to a folder or a class. As you can see, I have added it to my economics class, and yeah. So that was the end of the desktop tour. Of course, there are apps also. There are Quizlet apps on the App Store and Google Play. You can study on the go and so on. Amazing stuff. Here is what the app looks like on the phone. It's very convenient, and of course, if you upgrade, you can study offline. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.